Hey yo, VO here. Today I brought you guys another tier list of Pokemon, the main series title one. Now, I had to. This is just me. This is gonna be unscripted because, well, I was sitting here thinking and thinking a lot about these main title Pokemon series remakes and remasters, or just it just been thinking a lot. So I'm gonna go where I can, where I stay. So we're gonna start off with the original Pokemon, the OG, Red and Blue. Um, to me, I'm not gonna lie. When it first came out, I did play it, but I only played Pokemon Yellow. But they're different between those versions, but it's just similar in ways in it. So I could say it countable because it's just like the same version, but you gotta take Pikachu with a side with. To be honest, I was a little kid. I don't know what I was doing in this Pokemon game. Only my sister did when she had the Game Boy. So I could give it a. It's original. I'm not gonna put it in a D tier, but it feels like I'm uncertain. You know what? Let me put it in the mid ground. Yeah, I'm gonna go out. I feel it's uncertain for me. But I could say the exact same thing with Pokemon Yellow because Pokemon Yellow, like I said, I've been paid this before. I give it C tier. I don't know, uncertain about Pokemon Red versus Blue because, well, I didn't get the chance to hold them, like handheld them like that. So, should have voted another box say never get a chance to play it. But it's just like, if you really think about these Pokemon games, they're all ways and one similar, but both versions are different between, sorry, pretending which one have the Pokemon or the city change or the gym battles are different, like minor small details of between those versions, so it's like the exact same way. So if I would have put it, I would put, yeah, I'm just going how I feel. Pokemon Red, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. Okay, it's just a remake but better, like refined. Those two games were like clunky because we gotta look at them back in the day at the hardware limitation at the time, and then they can't put certain ones in the game. Oh, let's get back on it. Hardware is limitation on the game, and pretty much it's supposed to be like have 300 Pokemon. Not only that, on top of that, the reason why the creator of the series, it would have been like a console exclusive to have it in all at one, but it supposed to be, but it put in handheld so they could be more, take your Pokemon wherever you go because you're a Pokemon master, like a trainer with you. You just want to, experience in your palm of your hands. So, not really going on to save it. Now, let's get on this. I give it a B tier. Not a bad remake, let's just say. I'm just gonna say that they disapprove of things. I wish I could say more, but oh well. Like I said, I was thinking a lot what I'm gonna say and not to say because there are some Pokemon games I quite finished, like the other Pokemon games that are extremely good. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. It's like a remake of Pokemon Yellow. Only pay Let's Go Eevee, but like I said, with these two Pokemon games, with Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red and Blue, but a little bit different because they have Mega Evolution, but they have like gotcha mechanic like Pokemon Go, where you just catch them on. To me personally, it's not a bad game. It's just like a watered down version a little bit though, just a little bit, because I know this is supposed to be a kids game where it's supposed to be like Pokemon meant for kids if you really think about it, like in the 90s area. So I could say the exact same thing. I put them in have more experience. I could say B for now because they are good games. Now we go into the second generation, was originally supposed to be the first one if they had 300 mons into it because of hardware limitations. So, heart, gold, and silver. And then we have crystals. This is how I feel between it. I'm gonna put them up. In crystal version, you just play crystal, and then it's not going on to say about these games. I'm sorry. I wish I have an explanation, but I know our goals are so silver belong to the S tier, the best remake of the Pokemon gens to remaster them, which is pretty much a decent game. I'm not gonna lie. It was really fun, to be honest. Go around in Kanto, have a Pokemon follow you wherever you go. Just telling all the gym battle, fighting red. Let's see what we got here. You could say blue. There's a lot more in this game. I'm trying to remember because I just basically forget it. But I put it up here in S tier. Now, Omega Ruby. No. Sorry, these are old ones. Like Ruby and Sapphire. When they debuted, I really did enjoy it, but I only played Emerald version. So it just like if you play Ruby, you do with Team Mammoth, you do with Sapphire, you do with Team Aqua, but it's more like I could say something about the story between these Pokemon games because some of these stories, like the first gen, you have Team Rocket with Giovanni, he wanted to sell Pokemon. Just a neutral. Our gold, soul, silver, it just that matter of fact that they tried to regain Giovanni back again, the gym leader and all that. I could say about explaining the amazing things that Pokemon did in the very first one when they had like a Team Rocket as a gym leader, but not really going that much. It's just like the nostalgic, whatever game series you love to play the most, hit you at home. I could say this is going to be C tier and this is going to be S tier, the Emerald one. Because Emerald, I have a lot of fun between, challenging both Team Aqua, Team Mammoth. I feel like this should be the true story between Pokemon Emerald version. Should be like this one. I understand the point of Pokemon have two versions to trade with your Pokemon. To you trade to evolve. You train them to get certain items. You pretty much that's what Pokemon mainly do. You just basically trade because these are handheld versions of it. You just trade things and evolve them. Yeah, just get certain mons and that's about it. It's like the gimmick of the gotta catch them all. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I put it in A tier. Actually, a fake good remake, but a lot of people got mad because they got rid of the Battle Frontier. But this is when the Pokemon series kind of fade out and die out because it was lacking post game content. We're gonna get to them. I would say put with the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl. Okay. It just that Diamond and Pearl. How can I say this with Diamond and Pearl? With fourth generation. I put in D because this is a problem with it. It's the same thing goes with Platinum in the beginning of the game. It'd be sluggish, slow. I think the point of every single Pokemon game, it's supposed to hook you in immediately when you get that atmosphere. But it's like when you start playing this game, it'll be boring. I'm just being honest until you actually get fun at the end. Like not almost at the end. You could say when you done maybe get your first 2, 3 badges, maybe 3, depending on because that's when things got sluggish and slow. to be honest, I immediately dropped it because it was just like, I can't do this for the life of me. I know Platinum is the best version. How could I put Platinum in? Like, I didn't finish Platinum. I know it's a good game, but I'm gonna put it A for now because I didn't finish it. When it comes to, the whole story of it, I just played with emulators when I was, didn't have the games. I would use it on my computer to play it. With Diamond Shiny Barrel, it just the exact same thing, copy with Diamond and Pearl. Whichever got pissed off because they want Pokemon to be like, to expand upon Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl just a little bit, like 4th Gen. Yeah, people got pissed off. Like, really got pissed off because like they was like, "What is this?" All right, Pokemon Legend Arceus. All right, this is like Sinnoh when Arceus came in the picture. All right, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna put it in. I did play it back again to make sure. You know what? I put it in C tier. And many people gonna question me why I put it in C tier. Well, when it first debuted, it came out, you expect the game to have like a charm like every single city have. With this one, it's somewhat have charm 50-50 because this is like one of those games that'd be boring at a time or you feel like you're neutral. To me in this game, it was like I'm neutral. I didn't have much fun. It was like it's okay, but it was kind of like a lot of bullshit moments though when you could jump with other Pokemons. Now, depending on which mon that you have, you can easily just sweep all of them at once. But I got pissed off. Just a matter of fact that it is though. I never get the chance to turn. I've come this point to get 3-5 turns to like keep beating the crap out of me. Even when you throw a Pokeball, throw a Pokemon, it gets slapped immediately. And get slapped. Or it gets slapped in one hit, depending on some bullshit. Even though they boost up their stat. Especially with those Alpha Mons. Especially when you do some boss battles. And to be honest, the boss battles was. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get the good side of it, but it's not too many good to it though. But we just focus on the boss. The boss, it was fun at first when you do it one time, but after that, it was just like you do the exact same thing to like calm them down by throwing the bag, and that's about it. I wish they would did something different from each and every single one of them. Like something different instead of just throwing bags multiple times. But it was just like the bosses are annoying, especially when you get to Growlithe the Supreme form, which is so annoying because you gotta dodge everything. Well, it's all about positioning, but to me, it was just like you got a narrow space, like a little tiny narrow space, and then you try to dodge the lava before you get hit. The next thing you know, you do some fireballs around your area if you get cornered. Like, there's a lot of things in this game where the game is too easy. Well, it's obvious Pokemon, because the more I experience playing these games, the more and more I get better at these mons. The same mons I grab, they are extremely useful. Like the useful mons, like we already know, like Lucario. Then you have I forgot the name. Tikarita. I forgot. Sorry if I mentioned these Pokemon names. Like the good ones, like Gastrodon and Staravia. Like mons that you can actually sweep these sweep these boss battles like it's nothing easy on a platter. But I did enjoy the Sicilian forms, some of them, not all of them. Bastializa, I love his form. Decidueye, I love his. Then I'm trying to think any others Sicilian forms of the. Like there's some Sicilian forms I actually really did enjoy. The same ones, not all of them. Then I enjoyed the Pokeball. I really do love the Pokeball of this genre game. Like it goes to show how they expand upon it to build their own technology with them. I like when you throw them at them, and next thing you know, we have that little type pot on the type pipe wind hole, and it have a pop and it have a firecracker. I love that. It's so satisfying to see that when you throw Pokeballs or sneak up behind them in a stealth wide to catch them. That part I actually like. But overall, I could put it in B tier. It just that I'm gonna get to the reason why it's so down low because I'm gonna get on the final boss because of VO with Cynthia real quick. It just like the boss battle was so unfair. It's not hard. I did beat it, but it's just like I got my ass whooped like 6 times already. Like god damn, I can't give a chance to breathe. There are times I actually have to switch my mons out to actually handle certain Pokemons with him. Like the exact same Pokemon that Cynthia have. Like it's more like odds in his favor because he get multiple turns. Like I said, every single time you try to get a turn in, or sometimes you get miss an attack, or the person missed the time to depending on it. It's just like this game like to put some bullshit moments on you. Like it's random. Like you get a big fat fuck you at times. You never get a chance to breathe. When you hit with that final Giratina, the legendary Pokemon, that came out of nowhere and it's like damn. And then you got to hit it one time. Oh, that's it. You're done. Then he like sight. Not trying to do another round. I was like, ah, shit, again. Like this is the moment where for me. It's more like it's annoying. Like it's so annoying. I understand what they try to do. You know what I'm saying? To keep the hype, to challenge you, but it feels like it kind of doesn't challenge you. All you have to do is spam some strong ass moves to kill you, and that's about it. Unless it's your very first experience wise of going against him and preparing yourself because at first 6 times I got swapped the shit out of a Valo Pokemon, and when I have to get in Kia, got swapped the first time. When I finally beat him, next thing you know, second round, here we go again. I was ready for the third round just in case, but nah. So let me get off Pokemon Legend Arceus because it's a C tier. It's okay game. It's like a prototype where they try to do open world. Like let's see if we could test this one out. To me, it's more like okay game. Like it's sometimes it be fun at times, but most of the time I understand what they try to do. They try to build a Mario society, and then Pokemon overrule and all that type of stuff. This is where the part of Pokemon being violent, but I wish they have something a little bit more variety or some of the villages a little bit. Like do something special because we got one other side here, then we got less one here, then we got like I wish they would have built certain lands to like make them a unique culture. We have like the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. I wish they okay. It's more like their own beliefs and religion, and it feels like to me half the time I really don't pay attention to the story. This is one Pokemon I'm gonna explain when we get to the problematic Pokemon games. But with them, they okay, but it's like I understand it's supposed to be this is supposed to be world building depending on whatever game you want to play in. But to me though, they don't know any better because it's literally like Arceus made the world. But that's how human nature is and what they choose to believe and all that type of stuff. So I'm kind of let it slide just a little bit. It was just a matter of fact. I wish they would have done better. Like they have the good thing, probably good thing a little bit. I don't know why people celebrate. It is more like the ancestors when you ever get the chance to see them. They okay. Not bad. They okay. They hardly even do anything if you really think about it besides the Diamond Pearl Clan when you catch those. Yakia and Palkia or when you get to that final conclusion part. And that's about it. Now, we're going on to my favorite Pokemon generation. 5th gen. Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2. But we're gonna separate. Black and White. When I first seen this game debut, I remember time in middle school, Kiari have a book like a Pokemon book, like a Pokemon guidebook when you first get this game and all that type of stuff. It's something about it, it just clicked with me. It feels like this is actually my generation that I'm gonna love and gonna enjoy. Like something that spark you. And Amelia, I was right. I played on emulator. I didn't have any handheld with it because of my DS. But when I played emulated, it was so much fun. I actually really love Pokemon Black and White. I love the atmosphere. As a little kid, obviously I didn't pay attention to the story, but when I got older, replayed this game again. I actually loved the story between Luray and Pokemon. Like, are we cheating our Pokemon as slavery, as humans, and all that? Like challenging ideologies and all that type of stuff. But it's like this: one cannot exist without the other. One for the path for our truth, and one for ideals. One cannot exist without the other to maintain balance. Is this more like Pokemon and humans need each other in this world, Pokemon world? With that, I see many reviews talking about Pokemon Black and White and all that type of stuff, but it's not too many people reviewing on it because they only view like my part there's something wrong with it or something like that. There's nothing mainly wrong with Pokemon Black and White. It's just a matter of fact that many people said it never was, a good villain. Well, it was mainly was once manipulated because of Geskins. Gesk was the true mastermind because he was just using him as his gift of Pokemon to get but any of which version you have of Pokemon Black and White, Reshiram and Zekrom, but any of them, he just used him to bring his deliberate Pokemon to try to decripple them and control the world, to like separate them. That way he could just conquer and rule over and all that type of stuff. Many people say hypocritical, but yeah, hypocrites, but not okay. Somewhat hypocrites because sometimes they did use mines, and sometimes, well, if you really think about it, I forgot what I'm about to say, but you get the point what I kind of saying if I try to remember it. But I actually really do love Pokemon. I actually did enjoy this generation. It's my favorite generation. I'm putting S tier. Say that goes with Black and White too, S tier, because I love these games. Like I really, truly love these games. These are my favorite Pokemon generation. I could go on Pokemon Black and White too. They changed a lot of things because in the very first game you had to force to play some mons, which I don't mind. That's a good thing. But people just got anxious and pissed off because they can't bring certain mons to their own Pokemon game because it's so frustrating. It's pretty much get you out of your comfort zone and experience these Pokemon. I actually love these Pokemon in this generation as a whole. And then there's some stupid things when people say Vanilla Ice and Trubbish. Okay, don't forget some Pokemons have based off of objects and food like substance. You got Apple Dragon. Then you have what else? Oh yeah, you have the very first Pokemon almost have like a Pokeball. Like stupid things that people say, but it's literally just Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I gotta do something creative, productive, and all that type of stuff. And fifth gen was broken too as well. I enjoyed the bus train. I enjoyed. It's like there's so many good things and so much content of this before they went downhill after sixth gen. We get to it, but I actually love the story. I love the second part of it. And it's just a perfect generation. I love this. Pokemon X and Y. Okay. The only thing I like about this generation was there are certain mons that I actually like Acre Slash. I Greninja growing after I start playing Greninja, well Ash Greninja when you get to Alola region. But they're good mons. It's not a bad generation as a whole, but it became a terrible one. I could put it down, give it to like C tier C minus because there's another thing I like. Mega Evolution. With this Pokemon X and Y, I'm not gonna lie, I got my experience of playing this with Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I didn't play it, touch it. It just was a matter of fact that it started introducing things. I saw YouTubers playing it, and then they said the problems of it. It's like it's nothing too much going on with this game. It felt like it was rushed. It was like undeveloped, and that we was waiting for another Pokemon game to like Pokemon Z. Well, they finally get another one, Pokemon Legend ZA, because they're gonna clean up some loose ends. But it's like this Pokemon game is okay as a whole. So move on. Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. All right. Normally to put it down low, I could put it. Here's the thing I'm gonna say about Pokemon Sun and Moon. I put it A tier. I would put it S tier because I really did enjoy a lot of reasons. I really did enjoy the story. I enjoyed the villain. Same thing goes with Gush. I should have mentioned that Pokemon Black and White. Excuse me. Like I really did enjoy Lucimi and this as a villain. I did enjoy, their lower forms. I did enjoy like the characters. Finally, some good characters. It's like good characters. We didn't have no good characters for a long period of time between Pokemon Black and White. When it comes to Pokemon Gold and Silver, to what else? I'm trying to think something else like other characters because there's a lot of characters tried to. I'm gonna explain it in the next game, but you get what I'm saying. This game, this actually really was fun when it first debuted out. It took some time when it first came out. These Pokemon, when the starters, at first the starters were looking like ugly, but when it grow and evolve into us, after we get the leaks and the transformation, the evolutions. Actually, I was thinking about to play popular, but I decided to get Violet as a, mon. And then ever since then, I actually love Violet. That Decidueye, when he evolved. That was actually, I really love that mon anyway, though. It's just so many good major stuff with Pokemon, just Pokemon Sun and Moon. There ain't too much to say because it's just like, okay, the tree, the battle tree, I believe, when you beat everything, when you fight Red and Blue, I just challenged Red give you a run for his money, to be honest. Or when I win the tree battle, it took a long time. It felt like it was hard, but I understand. This is my very first time debuting of Pokemon, of competitive wise, to understand which mon was and not work, how you put them in tag team and all that type of stuff. So it's like thinking process. You gotta take these mons and trade them and be better at the game. Try to do different other mons. This actually helped me expand me out to like carry certain mons that I have. Like I fell in love with certain mons when they just helped me out in battles. But overall and all, let's get on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Alright, it's just like the exact same game. But they should make Pokemon Sun and Moon with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon as DLCs for like $10 or $5. Because they didn't did nothing much, only to give them like the avatar's new designs. And alter path. They give him more solution of Necrocrossman and new mons on this generation. They should add DLC on this one. This should be the very first DLC with Pokemon. They should. To me, I'm putting in D. It ain't nothing much with this game because I didn't play it, but I want to find it. I saw the extra game content when it comes to, you go to the wormholes, you go to get certain mons to catch them with these Ultra Beasts. Oh yeah, I should mention about the Ultra Beast. The Ultra Beast was a fine addition. Then you had to deal with that Crosman with his fusion. You know, it's kind of funny though. Very first time Pokemon Black and White, I always did that fusion with, I forgot the Pokemon name. It started with a K. Kirham? Kirham? Yeah, Kirham. Yes. When that Crosman, he just fused with Solgaleo and Lunala. But that kick loosened me out just because she was going ballistic and she had to fuse with the Ultra Beasts and all that. So it was just like, this should have been DLC content. For real though, for real though. Why buy a $30 game? It should be like $10 for a DLC course to pass. I'm just saying, to add more post-game content. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield. You know what? D or F? D. Okay, I put in D because there's certain things I like about this game a little bit, but Sword and Shield to me is like a forgettable game. I played it, but it's like a forgettable. This is where, like I said, well, X and Y fell downhill, and mostly post games, you know, do nothing much with these Pokemon games whatsoever. Pokemon Sun and Shield, I don't have too much to say about it. It's just that I feel like it's a flat out disappointing generation. Like, don't get me wrong, they have some forms, whatever, but I feel like I can't relate to none of these characters. I can't. And you know the sad thing though? I skipped the whole entire story because it was so boring. Like, it was so boring. I just want to play the game and that's about it. And catch the new mons. But after that, I feel like I kind of waste my money on this game because it's like one of the boring games. Like, boring games. Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet to me, it's just like I could say with the exact same thing with Pokemon Legend Arceus. Maybe? Okay, here's the thing though with it. The problem I have with this game is just like it was just neutral. I felt like happy with this game. It was just like it's okay as a game. You finally got open world. We could go to Pokemon. We could get Pokemons for this game. Just go wherever you want, which is fine. But it feels like this is like hollow and bland and boring. I understand they had paradox form. I didn't really care about much of the paradox form. I only care about like the two legendaries on the front of the screen because they have cool design. It's just like this is when Pokemon just went downhill after 5th gen. I'm sorry, because I should have mentioned about Pokemon Black and White, where people didn't like it. All of a sudden they jumped on because Pokemon was literally like a black sheep, even though it was the best game. All of a sudden they changed their opinions on the game because, sorry, I'm a little off topic, because now it's a cool game. Since when it became a cool game to y'all? I'm just saying. Pokemon Sun and Shield, I'm not gonna. It's like I put it B for now because there are some fun moments here and there, but at the exact same time, this game is so boring. You know what? I'll leave it as a B minus. I could put it as C, but it's just a boring tier game as a whole. Many people complain about the glitches and all that type of stuff. I didn't have no problem when I first got this game, to be honest. When I first buy it, I didn't have no glitch problems and whatever. So, there's that. But I hope you guys enjoyed my tier list. Sorry if I stuttered or explain a little bit more with these Pokemon games because, you know, there's nothing too much to say about these games as a whole in the franchise series. Because Pokemon supposed to be, you know, a fun experience. They have each Pokemon generation have their own charm and way to make it special. But there are certain Pokemon that have bite the dust and became the worst Pokemon game, or some of the Pokemon games became wonky. But I hope you guys enjoy my video. If you really like it, leave a like and subscribe for more videos that I'm making. Until then, bye. You have a blessed one.